now to NewsNation correspondent Emily Finn, who is live at O'Hare with a look at just how bad the situation is. Emily, no one wants to live in an airport, but clearly that's where families are seeking shelter.
Nick, that's right. Good morning to you. We've been here at the airport all day, and the migrants that we spoke to say that they're experiencing inhumane conditions. And we do have a bit of an update for you. I'm sure you can see behind me. This is a new group of migrants that just arrived at the already overcrowded makeshift shelter that you can see behind them that is blocked off here in the airport and hidden behind this black curtain. A police officer that we spoke to this morning confirmed that there are at least 433 people here right now. That number must be higher with these new arrivals that just got here. And the problem with this, Nick, that's 4 times over the capacity limit that's already set by the city. Like I said, many are expressing concerns about their well-being. As groups of migrants flown in from states like Texas continue to arrive at Chicago's O'Hare Airport almost daily, concerns about their living conditions continue to rise.
Well, they find another place for us to go to. Some have been here for 10 days, but people keep leaving, and the city of Chicago will take us, and will find a place for us to stay.
This man is from Venezuela and has been staying at the O'Hare's makeshift shelter for 4 days, hidden behind a black curtain in the middle of the airport. He says the facility is overcrowded with hundreds of migrants. Many are children. The groups of more than 400 migrants are well over the capacity limit set by the city, and a huge spike from the merely 31 migrants at the beginning of August. NewsNation was able to obtain photos and videos from behind the curtain, showing confined spaces of families sleeping on the ground. At the airport, we tried to speak with city workers and organizers with Favorite Healthcare Staffing, who was overseeing the migrants' care, but they told us they were instructed not to speak to the media.
No one likes to live there. It's just a process that we have to wait for, to be called, and then we can leave. You're not going to be there for months. You're only there for days while the city finds a place for you.
This comes as cities like Chicago and New York have just passed 1 year since they began receiving busloads of tens of thousands of migrants from the southern border. The airport shelter is just one example of many throughout the cities, with groups of migrants staying at police stations and vacant hotels as officials attempt to find permanent solutions for them. One migrant, who feared repercussions if they spoke with our NewsNation team on camera, sent us this text message saying, quote, "Here we are truly in conditions that are not at all humane. There are many children sick to their stomachs and other things because the food they are being given is not adequate food." And Nick, the new migrants that just arrived are currently checking in with staff members that are overseeing their care as they continue their stay at the airport. But on top of the overcrowding, on top of sleeping on the floor, we spoke with one airport staff member who tells us that the bathrooms are very unsanitary. You can see these are the large groups of migrants all emerging from the curtained off area. These are the bathrooms over here. They explained to us that they have seen people brushing their teeth, trying to wash up in these facilities. And it's just simply unsanitary. It's a public restroom here at the airport. We actually saw a bus that pulled up yesterday right outside of the doors here. There was a group of migrants that were dropped off and another group got right back on the bus. And when we asked the driver, where are you taking them? What is the purpose of this? Where are they going? They're actually transporting them to separate facilities where they can properly bathe as they continue their stay here at the airport, Nick.
Emily, one quick question for you. I can hear children in the background, and I think that's what makes it so difficult for people at home. Are you seeing a large number of children with many of these families?
I am, Nick. There are many families that are here, many families that are hidden behind this black curtain. We've seen children running around throughout the airport, just here on the ground. And I'm sure you saw in the videos, they're sleeping on the ground as well. There was actually a volunteer medical team that responded to an emergency situation here last week. They treated 300 migrants, and 100 of them were children. Many were vomiting, they said, from the food that was provided here, Nick.
Emily Finn, live for us at O'Hare with a very difficult story that continues to be told across the country. Emily Finn, thank you.